wow. People wey suppose talk true to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Now you not done here, all these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. Where they thief our money, we no want to make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one. Mayegun, you go show una paper. Mayegun diary political.
Good afternoon to you, good morning to you, or good evening from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you very much for joining me, especially if you are joining me from Facebook. You won't get notification. Facebook won't tell you Mayegun is live, but if you are lucky enough to see it, thank you for joining. So this afternoon, I want to talk about the latest again, especially the one that just came from the President and President of Nigeria, Buhari. The government has come out repeatedly, again and again, to tell the old people in that country that they are incapable of keeping them safe. I don't know any other way they will probably scream out for help to tell you that they are incapable of protecting anyone, not even themselves. Lifeless, bleeding mannequin Buhari that is now living inside the asshole rock, the old people's home. Apology to the real old people, by the way. It's not to spite you. It's just to tell you that the seat of government is not old people's home. It's people's home, not old people's home, where you have to care for a demented, bleeding mannequin that just had to pose as a figure that just stands for president, the leader of the country. So they came out, they said, parents should be vigilant. Kidnapping of school children has now escalated beyond any explanation. No one could explain and say, well, this is what is going on. Nobody, not even the military, not their DSS, not their police, not anyone working in the interest of one Nigeria can give you the answer to what is going on. They are only telling people to endure. Let us endure. Let us unite. Don't let us let the terrorists win. The terrorists are already winning. As you are watching this video today, in northern Nigeria, over 700 schools have been shut down. More are still going to be shut down. More than 7 states, they have shut down more schools because they cannot guarantee the safety of the children. The number one responsibility of a government of any country, before you can say a government has sovereignty, is that that government can protect the lives and properties of the people. But repeatedly, they have told you, if they are not talking about negotiating with terrorists, they will be talking about amnesty for terrorists, or paying terrorists off, or rehabilitating terrorists, while their victims languish, die in penury, in poverty, in squalor, in different refugee camps in the country. So the government came out, they say, well, you know what? We don't get answer. There's no answer to why they are kidnapping your school children, why they are kidnapping your children. We don't have any answer. We just want you to be vigilant. Be vigilant. Wow. Be vigilant. That means when you see, when your children are going to school, be vigilant. Become a vigilante. Follow your children to school. When you sense that the kidnappers are coming, grab your child or your children and run. Be vigilant. That is the country. I want somebody who claims to be intelligent and educated to tell me I am wrong. Yeah, you are educated, you are exposed, you are this and that, you understand the problem and all of that. Tell me I am wrong. That is not the scenario. Because it is true. They can't protect the children. Those who haven't been kidnapped yet, they are not safe from those kidnapping school children because the government cannot protect them. So when you tell parents in a country, it is like the UK government telling us that, listen, we want you to be vigilant. If you see any pedophile grabbing school children, there's nothing much we can do. We just want you to be vigilant. We are doing our best. Or if your children goes missing, like, people can walk into a school and kidnap 200 school children and government cannot locate them, but the government will come around and say, we are very sorry, but you know what? We just want you parents to be vigilant. Unfortunately, some of the parents that agree that they have to be vigilant, some of them are dumps, unfortunately. So that is an admittance of failure. Then people say, where is the National Assembly? Where is the National Assembly? Where are those who are being paid, collecting salary? They wake up every morning. They suit up or dress in their babariga agbada, and they go into that public office to say they want to talk about protecting the people. Where are they? When the presidency says the parents should be what do you call it? Parents should be vigilant. It means that there is no end in sight for all of these things going on right now. So if you are one of those who have been optimistic, yeah, I like your optimism, but your optimism is going to kill you, or it's going to get people killed, because your optimism of it will get better someday is a complete ruse. That's why I actually feel so comfortable with everyone asking that Nigeria should be broken up into God knows how many countries. Just break the country up. Save the lives of the people trapped in that one Nigeria. You may not understand what that means, but you would understand later. It's like they are telling you there's no end in sight. It's not going to change. It's not going to end anytime soon, except something happen or the terrorists just change their mind. That is what your government is saying. That is not what influencers are saying to you. Your government is coming out to say that boldly. The giant of Africa, who is now shutting down schools, who told you that the terrorists are not winning? What is the meaning of Boko Haram? Boko Haram means Western education is a sin. Book is Boko. Haram is sin. Don't send your children to school. When they kidnapped the Chibok girls, when they released them, right? They told the parents, don't send your children to any school again. When they kidnapped the Dapchi school girls, over 100 of them, when they released them after collecting 3.5 million euro as ransom, they drove back into that Dapchi in Yobe State, where they brought all the girls kidnapped. They brought them back to the town and gave them to their parents with a public announcement. And in the public square, they told the parents in the village of Dapchi, do not send your children to school again. When they kidnapped the Kankara, they kidnapped them again because book is haram. But they are now changing the narrative in their media, talking about bandits. But it's actually the Boko Haram transformed into all these subsidiaries of, when you look at the whole thing, the government, the party, the political party that said they will bring an end to that, they have now escalated it. That is a failure that should normally, in a country where human beings are in charge, not animals, by now, Buhari and Osinbajo, they should be in handcuffs. Where some of their supporters, some of their, what have you, if they have any left, will be pleading that they should not be shot by firing squad. And I'll tell you why. When Chibok happened, what they said was, this is unprecedented. Never happened in Nigeria. How did it even happen? 240 school children. How did that happen? Everyone was like, wow, definitely there must be insider working with them. And who are the insiders that are now, they have now been exposed? They are the military. Buratai the butcher, the immediate past chief of army staff of Nigeria under Buhari, under him, school children were, 3 successful school kidnappings were carried out. They started from Dapchi in Yobe State. They went to Kankara. They went to Kagara before they booted him out. You remember, it was changed during that. And in that, during that 6 years of Buratai the butcher under Buhari, the numbers of people in refugee camps in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria, in outside Nigeria, in southern Nigeria, outside the southern Nigeria, the numbers have now grown. In southern Nigeria, we never had any report of any refugee before Buhari came in, but we recorded our first refugee incident in Yoruba land. The people of Yewa North, who had to run away to Benin Republic under this government, right? So for 6 years, Buratai the butcher collected money and supervised the sharing of that money in upgrading and strengthening terrorists than the Nigerian army. And if you don't believe me, now ask yourself, where were the bandits, Fulani terrorists, kidnappers, and all this nonsense in 2015? Where? Of course, they were nowhere, because they were all fully grounded, fully armed with, fighting for Shekau. But you know the story. So more people have been killed, right? Not just by the use of this arm of kidnapping school children, right? The economy is ruined, destroyed, beyond repair. But some people feels like, well, it isn't that bad. Of course, it is worse. I have a graph I'm going to try and share with you. Let me see if I can bring that on. There is a graph. One sec. I'm going to see if I can get that up for you. This graph. This was then when they came in and where you are now. This will explain a bit, at least. Yeah. From 2015, what the unemployment was. What was the depth of Nigeria? What was the unemployment? Yeah. This will give you that, this graph will give you an idea of, all that destruction they did to get people, many people to their early graves. But this is just a fraction of what they have done, right? But when you now look around and you're like, Are we meant to get used to this? Whereby before now, for example, there was never a time where we recorded any crisis in Yoruba land that led to people becoming refugees in another country. Now we have that on record, courtesy of many of us thinking it will never, ever get to us. No, it won't get to us. Forget it. So if you are reading anywhere today where Buhari has told parents to be vigilant, there was a few attempts of kidnapping school children in Lagos that didn't succeed, like mass kidnapping. So if you wake up tomorrow and you get to read that they have kidnapped school children in Ondo, are you going to be surprised? I won't be. And to prevent that, that is why the likes of Ilano Yoruba and everyone campaigning and championing for a national discourse where we can decide whether we still want to be part of Nigeria or not. This is where that all comes in, because as it stands now, the only option before everyone is that you take it or you die. That's not an option. When you are part of a country where you can see what is happening, and you are in your own mind thinking maybe it won't get to you in Yoruba land right now. All of these things happening in the northern Nigeria, especially in the northwest and the northeast, in the northern Nigeria, yeah. What they did most to the areas where this escalated the crisis are being reported every now and then is that the government of Nigeria used their own state power to disarm the people in those areas. Those who could push back, they disarmed them. Look at Southern Kaduna. Today in Western Nigeria, in Eastern Nigeria, in Biafra land, in Oduduwa land, they are doing the same thing now to suppress everyone standing up to defend themselves. And that's something that we will resist. Like, if government says, sorry, we can't protect you. So what is next? Wait and die. Or wait for them to kidnap your own school children too, sell them off as slaves into their jihadist war. No, that would take a long time to succeed. And that is a pledge and a promise, I would say. So for us in Yoruba land, for those of us who don't really understand the gravity of what we are talking about, I'm giving you the snippet into it. Because some of you, until you read it in the news that 200 school children are kidnapped in Ogun State, or 50 school children were kidnapped in Ondo, or Ekiti, or Lagos, until then, some of you will still believe that it is completely over. What they are making you hold on to is that same hope that made Nigeria lasted this long, that hope is a killing hope that has killed not just thousands, millions of people. Those who they killed physically and those they destroyed mentally. You know what I'm talking about? So that is a verdict that normally, you see, as I always say, right? I believe that those criminals in APC and their partners in Aso Rock, yeah, who are representing Yorubas in the Project Nigeria, they will soon be neutralized. That's the primary goal. Because when you don't have anyone to tell them right there inside that old rock, yeah, that listen, people are done and they are done with you. And as it stands, we have to go and stand with our people. We won't watch them killed. Normally, no sensible politician should watch. No sensible politician should watch his own people killed. But Nigerian politicians, who cares no hood, they will watch you killed and they will collect the pay. Right? In 6 years, let me take it again. In this 6 years of Buhari, unemployment when Goodluck Jonathan was there was 8.2. Now, the unemployment all over the country is put at 33.3%. From this percentage, I don't even know. Can somebody even do the math? 33.3% of 210 million people. Shouldn't that be somewhere around there 70 million unemployed? Yeah? Now, under Buhari, The exchange rate when they came in was 199 naira to a dollar. It is now how much? 185 naira to a dollar. Inflation jumped from 9.7% to 17.33%. Do you now know why your naira is worthless and you're unable to feed or pay your rent? Maybe you don't. Now you have the clue. The fuel that they promised to build refinery, I read it in the news this morning that they have approved $1.5 billion to renovate Port Harcourt refinery. 2 years ago, the same Buhari awarded $300 million to renovate the same Port Harcourt refinery. So do you see what that is? You will continue to have to adapt to this. This is one Nigeria, by the way. So currently it's 162 naira, but you know it's going to go up to 230 naira in any time from now. In another 2-3 weeks, you will break the news. So your debt jumped from 12 trillion. I've told you this repeatedly on Mayegun's diary. Yeah, that the debt of Nigeria when these criminals came in was around 12 trillion naira. Today, the debt has jumped to over 30 trillion naira. People are poorer now, not because they used the money for anything other than they looted it as usual. So they say bag of rice, yeah, from 7,500. Some people have even forgotten about the bag of rice being at 7,500 naira 6 years ago. So if it's going to go up at all, if they manage the country with the inflation at inflation at 17.33%, of course, what do you expect a bag to be? 25,000 naira. You will even be happy to pay 25,000 naira. That is over 340% increase in a bag of rice alone. Something that will push everybody on the street and say, what the hell is going on? But in Nigeria, if you push them to the wall, instead of them to turn back and fight, they will make hole in that wall in order to disappear. And every now and then, they are hoping it will get better. Buhari that cannot protect his own wife. Have you even thought about that? Somebody that couldn't protect his own wife. That his wife had to run away to another country. Took her children away because she said she's no longer safe inside Asshole Rock. Is that the person you are waiting to protect your children? Protect them if they begin to kidnap. They are already kidnapping us in Yoruba land. We are already paying ransom to kidnappers in Yoruba land. They are telling us to get used to it. Our people are already refugees in another country. They are telling us to get used to it because as long as you hold on to one Nigeria, that's what they are telling you. Get used to it. Stop complaining. You are not the first. You won't be the last. Ha. So things like, things that you would have come out and say no. Then they are telling us that they are doing their best. Who is this person doing his best? This guy.
On the long neglected Boni Bridge to connect these long separated communities.
Not true, it's not correct. There's
in the southeast,
like it's not correct.
Not correct. In the southeast, a critical section of Umahia linking Oka to Onitsha.
That's the president they will tell you to wait for, to come and help you fight those who are killing you. Like, we shouldn't be waiting for that person. We shouldn't even be talking about him. We should be talking more about how to get ourselves out, honestly. And getting ourselves out starts from us believing that we can get ourselves out. I'm so happy that the number of people believing that the best option for the Yorubas right now is to get ourselves together and get out of this unholy alliance. It's the best thing you are going to get involved in before you die if you are a Yoruba man. Take that from me. You will appreciate this later when your generation, the generation coming after you, understand why you have to do it. What they are saying in Nigeria right now, listen, people even believe that it will get to some point that you may not even have an election. I believe that there won't be an election in your 2023. You know why? Because the people who have held Nigeria to ransom, they have done so well that they have become so overconfident that they can get away with anything. Some of you have not started seeing the picture. They will crush anyone who try to tell them otherwise. And when they say they are not going to leave the power, which I'm going to be happy if they can at least help us ignite that final red zone and say they are not going to leave power. Do you get what I mean now? And then by then, Yorubas will be ready because we'll be on our way out anyway. So when they begin their nonsense and they are looking for allies to help them kill other people, they won't find any in us. So that's why I so much appreciate everyone working their asses out, working their asses off every day and night to pass message across to the Yorubas, those who are spending their money too. That is why I so much appreciate every one of you. You are doing a thankless job. People are going to call you names. Do you get that now? People are beginning to realize that because people are listening to your messages, they are listening to the call for Oduduwa Republic. People are now beginning to check it out like, well, that makes sense. Of course, why not? What is the essence of being with Nigeria? You know what I'm talking about? People are beginning to think, because before now, people believe that they have no alternatives. That is what the politicians in Nigeria, that's what they have done. They made the people believe that it is either they accept what they are given or nothing else. Like, people will tell you that, oh, we don't expect them to do it. They are all liars. They won't do it. You know what I'm talking about? People have submitted to the fact that we can't do it. We can't fight them. Okay, if we fight them, who are we going to put there? Who is going to replace them? Some of you don't think that's psychological, do you? It is psychological when you see educated people who understand the problem of Nigeria. And when the conversation gets to, maybe we should just break up, then that their own psychological denial will kick in. Yeah? You get what I'm talking about? They will find all those as, no, it's psychological. You don't know. It is. When they tell you that, who are we going to now put there? The same psychological brainwashing that they have done to many of us for so long is why some people will be like, okay, if we start to do a republic, is it not the same Tinubu that will be there? It is psychological. Okay, if Buhari leave now, okay, who are we going to put there? Why if it's not Tinubu, who else again? It is psychological. It is a slave mentality. But people don't know they have it. So people who now found that they can actually have alternatives. Yeah. If they are not going to arrest Buhari for killing Nigerians, if they are not going to arrest fake Pastor Ruga Ikene Shatabandu, his personal assistant on their condolences and burial arrangements, Osinbajo, if they are not going to arrest them for crime against humanity, for crime against Nigeria, the Constitution should make you powerful enough to arrest them. A revolution should arrest them. But if they are not going to arrest them, and they're not going to give you alternative, who says you can't join them and become a Biafran, or join them and become an Oduduwan, join them and ask for your own country? You can't be forced to take something that they say you can't change. So when you see people say, why don't you come back home? You just want people to be killed. Do you know that is also psychological? An average Nigerian believes that their government will kill them if they disobey them. And nothing will happen. That is psychological too. Do you know? Normally, people who cock their gun, policemen, soldiers who cock their guns and turn it against their citizens and shoot them and kill them, they should know that they will be held responsible. There will be investigation about those killed because you are killing the citizens. You must be able to have a proof and the reason why you did that. Most of the time you don't. You go to jail for it. As bad as they say police are bad in America, you will still get to see the policemen go to court, tried for shooting a black man or shooting anybody at all. But in Nigeria, an average Nigerian believes that, nothing will happen. They will just kill you. And it's true. But do you know it is psychological? When you believe that if you go and disobey them, they will kill you, then nothing will happen. And because of that, just accept it and live with it until maybe a miracle happens. Something just, a messiah, somebody that will just become a messiah, a new messiah that will help you defeat the people you can't defeat, your people, your government. Do you get what I mean now? It is psychological. But all of this psychological manipulation, brainwashing and limitation that politicians and religious houses that they have placed on Nigerians, the only thing that is unshackling that now is the message of hope, message of freedom, message of liberation. You can have your own country. That is something so rare. Not for with this generation anyway. So rare that people are beginning to embrace that. That is a threat to the establishment that has succeeded for decades in brainwashing the people, in complaining, but doing nothing. Do you get that now? That is the threat to the system. Now, we are giving people alternatives. If they say you can't have Nigeria of your dream, Abi, and they still want to force you as one Nigeria, tell them, you know they do again. If they want to be one Nigeria, they should do their one Nigeria. Oh yeah, let's group ourselves and mobilize. Mobilize like our life depends on it, which is true. Our lives depends on it. I don't want to wake up one day. I was like, for years, by the way, I was always like, God. Like every one of us, we say, God, please, so don't let Yorubas be attacked. Don't let anywhere in Yoruba land be attacked, though. Don't let us be attacked in a way that I know that is actually a wish. It is not a prayer. Because at the end of the day, I woke up one morning, I got videos sent to me by people who said, Mayegun, have you seen this? What? Our people are now refugees in Benin Republic. What? How? Well, it's been going on for days. In fact, among those who arrived in the refugee camp in Benin Republic, 5 of them were women who were pregnant, and they had to put into emergency labor while they were running away in the forest. Wow! What? How? Well, it don't happen, no. I checked the videos. I was like, I don't even know how to talk about this. Should I continue to say we are so strong as this and that, or begin to call for more aggressive support among everyone in Yoruba land to understand the danger, that the danger coming, you see, the people coming in to do all this madness in Yoruba land, that will soon start kidnapping our school children, our girls, they will begin to kidnap our school. They have been doing it for years in northern Nigeria. Nobody has stopped them. They were paying them in northern Nigeria. Are we going to start paying them too? So don't tell me if I feel like it is, you know, it is grilling. I'll say. Someone had this to say, which is Deji. I love what he had to say here, and I want to share that with you. When he appeared on an interview on AIT, talking about the insecurity there, he has,
revealed to us the things that have been going on that all Nigerians, all sane Nigerians already knew was going on in the country. And look at the soldiers in the field. Many soldiers are facing the court martial because of several complaints of lack of weapons to prosecute the war. So nobody should be surprised that the NSA, was led by the Spirit to say that although he has retracted, but Nigerians are not fools, and even people in government know that this is what was going on. And you can see the way that Buratai and the former service chiefs were hurriedly compensated for loyalty to the president. Because former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant Colonel Buratai, said it openly several times that he's not loyal to the country, he's only loyal to the person that appointed him. So you can expect that nothing will happen to him. And we are praying that when maybe this government leaves, we can now see that people like Dasuki and others, are saints compared to the current guys in power. And it is only then that we'll be able to ascertain the level of loot and the level of rot that has taken place in our country. And you can see that when the current government took over power in 2015, insecurity was restricted to only Borno and parts of Yobe. And very few parts of Yobe, maybe less than a local government in Yobe. But today, the President Buhari administration has exported insecurity to every part of the country. Every part, his own part of the country where he comes from, the northwest. There's daily kidnapping of school children, passengers, and innocent Nigerians all over his own zone, his own state, Katsina State. I challenge the president to go to Katsina State if he says it's popular. He should go to Katsina State by road without helicopter, without security, he will be abducted.
The president cannot move without security.
He's popular.
No, he's constitutional.
He's somebody that his supporters say
to security. He's entitled to security. No way in the world has a president move without security.
But Nigerians are moving without security. So,
the Nigerians are not.
He's loved by his people. So if he's loved by his people, he should test the waters. He should go to Katsina. He should drive from Katsina, the capital, to Daura, and see whether he will not be abducted on the road.
That's the part I wanted you to actually listen to. Okay? The part where he said, if they will not kidnap Buhari, whoever is disguising as Buhari, make them put him inside car. Okay? No security, no nothing. And you should drive from Katsina to Daura. If they won't declare Buhari missing. That's some punk there, by the way. There's also something in from that Daura which I want to share with you. Something very interesting. It has to do with the what do you call it? The stealing, as usual. And a man who came out to raise the alarm of the government of Katsina State, Bello Masari, paying terrorists, freeing terrorists, and then a kidnapping activist that are exposing him. Yeah? This is how they treated the man. Watch this.
Under a government that signed Executive Order 35 to report corruption, to fight corruption, and to fight sleaze for a reward. I am a non-commercial whistleblower. I am not a pauper. I don't need any reward. I have reported fraud in Kaduna State. I have reported treachery in Kaduna State. I have reported breach of trust in Kaduna State. I have reported deliberate arson, murder, and kidnapping in Kaduna State. It have taken over to assassinate me today. They are using the court to send me to the prison without trial. I am supposed to be before a federal high court in Kano. They have refused to take me to Kano. I have been under police station for the last 35 days. Under the police custody, I was stung by a snake. Under the police custody, I have lost my weight, my waist. I have lost my neck. I have lost my legs. The intention is to kill me. This is the same regime that signed executive order for the reporting of fraud and stealing for a reward. I ask for no reward. Of governance in Kaduna State, under the irresponsible leadership of the Governor Masari, yes, under the treacherous administration of Mustafa Inua, yes, under the irresponsible Attorney General El Marzouk, a daft and unintelligent and imbecile. This is democracy. This is whistleblowing. This is Executive Order 35. This is democracy. This is Sharia in Kaduna. This is democracy.
That's a whistleblower. When they tell you that Buhari is Mr. Integrity who doesn't like corruption. Now, your government in Nigeria is led by terrorists, by criminals, terrorist enablers, and financier of terrorism. Normally, as we speak, everyone who is, who is fingered and found culpable in, promoting this government and the killings of Nigerians they are doing right now, should be marked, should be marked for an easy pickup whenever they leave Nigeria. They should all stand for their own crimes. You see the crime they are committing against Nigeria in Nigeria right now. If the rest of the world is allowed to gain access in and view it, right, they will arrest Osinbajo and they will hang him before evening. Because you know what? They are people who have been burying the truth. They are the people who have been hiding the truth, the facts, and then telling the people to hang on, to die. So here we are. We got this from our, there's something going on in Kwara. I'm going to talk about that briefly before we go, okay? But we got this from Professor Akintoye earlier
for
today.
the avoidance of doubt, The Nina's proclamation of constitutional dispute of December 16, 2020 terminated the life of the fraudulent 1999 constitution. For the avoidance of doubt, the Nina's proclamation of December 16, 2020, terminated the life of the fraudulent 1999 constitution of Nigeria, and therefore restored our sovereignty that was confiscated by that constitution. So we now are in control of our own self-determination. What we are doing today is to outline the processes and modality for the necessary and orderly transition to our full self-determination and sovereignty in the world. Therefore, we hereby call on the peoples of our alliance territories, the Middle Belt, the South-South, the Southeast, and the Southwest, to rise to the challenge of shaking off the shackles and manacles hitherto imposed on us by the defunct 1999 Constitution.
That's the beginning. First, Yorubas have to detach themselves from the 1999 Constitution and everything that it represents. And every Yoruba politician or Yoruba political office holder, PDP, APC, or whatever other mushroom party you are into, right? You should begin the process of dismantling and detaching Yoruba from that constitution. We are not supposed to be in any way binded by that constitution anymore. Education on why Yorubas should no longer respect the 1999 constitution or be binded by it, even though there will be some persecution that will follow this. But a process of detaching Yoruba completely from 1999 constitution and demand for an immediate national discourse to know when Yoruba will be leaving Nigeria. Listen, this is going to sound funny to some of those Lagos Abobakus, okay? And let me be clear to you, right? When you listen to the Buhari Danes, the Buhari Diderins, the humble slaves, the obedient fools, and the sophisticated morons, the Lagos Abobakus, the ass lickers, the crumb chasers, the crumb eaters, and the all-risers, the Oshogbo, Alimajiri, and the likes, they don't speak for the Yoruba people. When you see them talk about and attach Tifnumbu to anything Yoruba, please be clear. Don't let them speak for you because they don't. Okay? No reasonable and sensible Yoruba son or daughter will feel comfortable right now or try to be politically correct right now. Yeah? When the Yorubas have now been turned to refugees and the constitution of Federal Republic of Fulani Republic of Nigeria, as you have it right now, cannot guarantee protection for them. Villages, schools have been shut down in Yoruba land. I was talking to my friends there 2 days ago and I said, when you saw the videos of our people who are now refugees in Benin Republic, yeah? And they left their villages, they left their farms, they left everything, they ran away to another country. Do you not think they left all of everything, all of their lives behind? Their schools, their hospitals, their homes, their barns, their farms, their lands, their everything, even their dead, their people, their own people that they buried on their own ancestral land. They had to abandon them and run away. So if you don't know that they are already shutting down schools in Yoruba land through this atrocity, through these killings, I have this video for you. Listen, watch, and listen to the real victims. I keep this video for a time like this to keep reminding you, if you don't know, that Nigerian constitution, 1999 constitution there, has destroyed Yoruba land more than ever before. And being part of it and keep obeying it while your governors keep, jumping up and down as we speak is an aberration that you as a Yoruba son or a Yoruba daughter, all of us should never, ever feel comfortable with, right? See our own people in Benin.
Due to that, crisis, Fulani crisis that was occurred at our country. That's the reason why we migrated to this place. We are forcefully migrated to this place due to that.
By force.
By force. It's not by willingness.
Women. Oh, man or women. How much are us, man or women?
Only you. Only you.
Are dying here.
Both the women and men migrated from that area to this.
No.
And
how
then
much?
people died.
But I say how many people they killed there?
Okay.
Yeah.
There are few many people. But that our many people. Many people have lost their lives. Many people have lost their lives.
People are
still migrating because of that. At Modudu and all other areas.
What happened?
What happened?
It's because of the Fulani crisis. Fulani, they are killing the people anyhow.
They are killing the people
anyhow. They will move from any village, from one village to another. They will migrate from one place to another. They just keep people. That's the reason why the people are scared. They move down to the
So if you still think this is because we should be careful. Really? Oh, come on. We have been careful enough. And some people are asking, are the Yorubas not going to fight? Of course we are going to fight. We are already fighting. Don't pretend that you don't know. Don't pretend that you don't know that Yorubas are already fighting. But at the same time, we are not just using our guns only. We are using other tools, powerful tools. And it is true of pressure. We got a lot of that in our stack. So don't pretend that you don't know that Yorubas are already fighting. When it became so obvious that no matter what our people say, no matter what our people do, the government of Oyo State, the government of Nigeria will never protect them in Egongon. You remember their own Seriki Fulani in Egongon. That was where we started from. Don't pretend that you don't know. Don't pretend. He never returned, and he will never return. And don't pretend that you don't know that when our people in Okeogun area still were abandoned, even after the Seriki Igogon ran away, were abandoned, yeah, at the mercy of Iskili, Wakilu. The police abandoned our people. The military abandoned our people. The government abandoned our people. But we didn't abandon ourselves. Today, the glory of how Wakili and his own sons and then some people who are with him were arrested in Yoruba land can be given to us, the Yorubas. So we have been defending ourselves. So don't worry, we will fight when it becomes obvious that the real enemy we are fighting, or who are actually very much after the death and killings of the Yorubas. In Yoruba land, there are no other people other than the government of Nigeria. Once that is established here, people will fight. Don't worry about that. Don't pretend that you don't know that we will fight, because we have been fighting and we have been getting the result. When we act, you get the result. And when we act, you get them trembling over there. And it's true. I told you, you will never find enemy Yetiala vigilante in Yoruba land. It will never happen. But the governors actually had a meeting with them in Akure. Remember that meeting? In Akure. They said, well, they are going to work with Miyetiala. Miyetiala and Amotekun will work together. Immediately, Yorubas detached themselves from Amotekun. Amotekun is not what many of you see it as anymore to an average Yoruba in Yoruba land now. We don't believe in Amotekun anymore. No, we don't. A sensible, reasonable Yoruba person will tell you that Amotekun is just a compromised organization. Nobody believes in them to protect Yoruba land. Nobody believes in them. The people they call non-state actors, they are those that will defend Yoruba land. And let me tell you something, they are ready. We'll take out every terrorist in Yoruba land when it becomes unavoidable anymore. I mean, when it becomes a point of no return, I'll call it. So we will do that. We have been doing that. I have no doubt at all. And they will get all the, I mean, you know, in a country where terrorists have phones, some of them are watching me right now on Facebook. Every time I want to get the terrorist out, right, I will connect my Facebook to my broadcast so that you can be able to see some of them. Abdullahi, Umoru, Faruku, Salah, Sali, Wakilu, born terrorists with phones who are not really offended that the government of Nigeria, led by a Fulani terrorist, is unable to guarantee safety of their own brothers and sisters in that same northern Nigeria. So why do you think they attack people who talk about it? Normally, no northerner should be even like be abusing me as we talk right now. Do you know that? But the terrorists also have phones. That's why we call them the Facebook herdsmen, social media bandits, Buhari things, Buhari didnings, the Buhari denotus, the Buhari dijatus, the Buhari shukus, the Ungoziaris, Unneka Aris, obedient fools, humbled slaves, and sophisticated morons, Mumu Madus, Bele lecturers, Mumu lecturers. All of them that you see, they are the, they don't use AK, they don't need AK-47. Their own phone is what? Is to murder every thought that's drawn contrary to a terrorist thought on social media. Do you understand that? An average northerner, you see, if to say, nobody say they have turned people to subhumans, if not because they have turned people to subhumans, should any northerner even be on social media defending Buhari or defending any government anywhere right now? Should anybody be? Then you now see our own brothers and sisters from Yoruba land as well, who are going to become victims of kidnapping soon. Some of you, they are still going to use you to make videos of beheading. Maybe you are seeing how they are cutting people's head in northern Nigeria, in Borno, in Yobe, in Niger. Very soon you'll be seeing them in Osun. You'll be seeing them in Ondo. You'll be seeing them in Abeokuta. That's how Dunderhead said there will never be any attack in Yoruba land because they believe that a Tifnumbu, a Gwewiri, will defend them. They know he can't. Even Tifnumbu can't defend himself. Buhari can't defend himself. Osinbajo can't defend himself. Buhari is about to run away. Who the hell are you? Who is fingering your brain to make you still think you have something to say to defend those who have nothing to defend you? I mean, tell me, make it make sense. I'm listening. Let it make sense to me. Because I don't know how you feel when this guy comes from your side enough that can't protect anybody. And here you are on social media defending him, Abdullahi. Who calls you? Now this person you defend, this guy.
Livestock. Livestock.
National livestock.
I will talk about it. He doesn't know. He doesn't. I think he doesn't know.
These are all directed at Mr. President. So corruption, yes, let me... No. He can talk for himself.
He doesn't know. He doesn't.
I want Nigerians to give you another opportunity to do another 4 years. Why?
Well, I
doesn't know.
I think
that's the guy. So if you want to abuse people or you want to defend any, now the guy with that, unfortunately. So I picked this up. Thank you very much, Kalu Okbara. Those are my friends on YouTube, my premium friends, you know. They don't miss it all the time. We're still going to meet up later tonight anyway on our own normal premium, stuff on Mayegun's Diary Political. If you're not on Mayegun's Diary Political YouTube channel, you are probably missing a lot. That's the future, where it go they happen. So thank you so much, Kalu. So I picked something up from Quora. Religion war, religious war. What is going on? What is wrong with people? Dress code or no dress code? People have been existing. I mean, like all these schools have been there. Some of them are actually there because your government and the politicians, past and present, they have no plan for real education. So they rely on these missionary schools built by these missionaries, Islamic, Christianity, and all of that. Respect the right of the students and respect whatever code you have in the school. Government shouldn't make that a big thing or a forceful thing like, yeah, that's how it's going to be. I don't know why it's that, but I found a video where Christians and Muslims are stoning themselves in Quara. Can you believe that?
Yeah, the both religions are now throwing stone at each other. The Muslim and the Christian are throwing stone from the church, while the Muslims are throwing from the outside.
Christian fighting Muslims. Now stone that they use there because of hijab. Because of hijab. A Muslim girl or a child from a Muslim home that got enrolled into a missionary school. Before you get your child enrolled in a school, please, there must be some things, some of their conduct, dress code, or anything that is in any way aligned to what you agree to. But you know us, it is we are black, we are Africans. That the way we do is that we agree to take something that is not comfortable for us. Imagine telling an imam that no, your child can't come to school with hijab. You can take her to another school, and they will just be like, why? You know, they will take it, accept it, then they will get in and they will challenge it. All of these things, there are ways to ways of resolution. It's so unfortunate that people think it's just about the what do you call it? Is the Christianity and Muslims that are in Nigeria. We are so engrossed in that even the state government begin to act that way. You get what I mean now? So I hope they work something out, because see, religion with what is done to them in Nigeria, watch what this lady had to say, because people started protesting before they will start using guns.
Not doing anything, we were just dancing and singing. They started throwing stones at us, and now after throwing stones, people had to retaliate because men are injured. See my hand, I have to be doing first aid for grown-up men. People are injured in their heads, and these guys started throwing stones at us. They started burning our school inside now. Nobody can run it through. This is wrong. Stop marginalizing Christians.
Governor, please do something about it. We all voted for you for peaceful coexistence.
So the complaint is that the Muslim community decided to stage a protest and go after the school authority that won't let their children wear hijab. The state government, on the other hand, they are doing a sort of optic campaign on the side where they are going to schools, which are missionary schools, putting children on a job and taking pictures with the rest of the schools and the team of government to say there is peace. But ground in the minds of the people, as divided as Nigeria has become, yeah, it is not going away. A scene from the protest in Kwara, You see that? That's the community of Muslim, supporters, including parents who are not happy that the Baptist school will not let their children wear a hijab. I don't know where this comes from. As politicians, they are behind it and they will milk it because as long as the people are divided, it will not make any. You will never have any means of bringing them together and say, listen. Say na hijab you won't wear. Oh yeah, let her wear it hijab. Okay. Okay. Do you want to wear your own other religious cover and all of that? Of course. Okay. Well, if that's what will make everybody fine. Okay. Oh yeah. Design the dress code for the children. Let the children have their education. Don't mess up their head with this religious rivalry and all of that, which politicians are probably fueling. So how can I go inside that people? In the midst of those people now and say, listen. You see all these things, warrant all these things, eh? If the government have been doing the right thing, by now, everybody would have known his own place. All of us will be Babalawo. So where we go take our own fight to now? If we start our own fight, both Muslim and Christians, can they just stand and wait? Do you not know that it's going to be a different picture entirely? So if people need to be put into consideration, we say, but in this division, religion and what it has played in Nigeria, and it's still playing. That is why we need we have a long way to go. That is why Mayegun's diary will never go away. I'm not going to go away until probably I stop breathing. Okay. David O, my brother, thank you very much. That's what you do all the time. Thank you for your super sticker and the super chat from my team there on the YouTube. Those are my guys. Thank you very much. So let's move forward. There's a reminder that as those in Nigeria are facing the inefficient and the incompetence of the criminal, the selfishness of the criminals called the government in Nigeria or government officials in Nigeria, many of us who are not in Nigeria are facing the same thing. And that is why some of us, we would love to have a country that is responsible enough, that works for everybody, home and abroad. Not a country where they will tell you that you are not useful if you're outside the country. A country that they will deny you from speaking about the problem of the country. Not, even at the highest level of People's Assembly, National Assembly, they deny a petition from Nigerians outside Nigeria because that's what they do. They deny them passport too. Watch this.
So what you have just seen is the chaos that the Nigerian High Commission in Atlanta, Georgia is for just passport renewal. They gouge people money. After you pay the passport application, when you get there, they will make you pay another $130. And Nigerians have to stay in the sun outside the embassy, disorganized, disheveled, just because they want to renew their passport. They have to leave their home, travel by flight, pay for rent-a-car, sleep in hotel, about $1,500 for this trip. Meanwhile, a country as small as Benin Republic their citizen does not travel, they just mail their passport. We must stop this. It's a fraud. Defrauding Nigerians in the name of there is no money to run the embassy. Where's the Nigerian money gone? What happened to the budget? Even if the budget are cut, can we not just cut the embassies down and let people just be able to mail their passports to the embassies like that of Ghana, like that of Togo, like that of even Senegal and Benin Republic, Cameroon? Why is Nigeria the only West African nation that their people have to travel to their embassies before they can renew passports? I'm challenging you, senators. I'm challenging you, honorable members in the House of Representatives, to do something about this. I'm challenging you, distinguished senators. I'm challenging the honorable minister to do something about this. I'm challenging the vice president and the president to do something about this. Nigeria cannot be run like a banana republic. We are brilliant people. We are well endowed. We are educated. We are resourceful. But we cannot run our country as a no man's land. This is shameful. Look at this street, as beautiful and serene as it is. Nigeria is the eyesore on this street. Why? It's because of fraud. Because the money they get feeds some fraud somewhere. You pay the passport application money online. You get here, you must pay another $130. And then there's a small office where they gouge people for money for helping them to pay that $130. I'm going to show that office now. This man here has been trying to renew his passport for 4 years. He's been here several times. The story is the same.
And the story is the same all over the world. It's the same. It's either they are out of a passport paper, they are waiting for Abuja to send them some, or they don't have printer to print passports, or the printer has no ink, or you have to bribe them. All of that, abroad though, all of that put together just to take something from you. They can beg you for as little as $50. And you'll be wondering, like this one said, they work for embassy. They work for embassy for America. But he's not different from a tout working in Obalende office of a Nigerian passport office. Do you get what I mean? He's there. And do you know the people he's asking bribe from? He's not going to ask bribe from any foreigner going to Nigeria and all of that. They have another way, those who collect that one. But all of you Nigerians who need it, they know who are you going to report to. They will tell you, So somebody that left Nigeria, they posted him abroad. He is doing a big man to his own family and friends in Nigeria that he's got promoted. But he's a full-time tout in different embassies at the Nigerian embassy abroad. They are watching me too. I know I'm going to run into one of you very soon. And I hope Oduduwa Republic even comes sooner so that I will never run into any of you again in my life. Do you get what I mean? The experience is the same. You start wondering. The only time, if you have decided to detach yourself from Nigeria for so long, abroad, the time you will likely get to experience Nigeria again and to remind you that nothing has changed and nothing would ever change is when you have interaction with their embassy. You know the story. It's either the AC in the office is not working. You see people blowing themselves. Yeah. And all of that. Or their appointment is not entered in their system. Or they will have you to fill something up online. But there's nothing. You still have to fill it manually when you get to their office. You know what I'm talking about. You all have your story. That is the Nigeria. So don't think, okay, all of you have been abroad. You are just enjoying like that. So many people's lives have been held hostage by just being Nigerians only. Just for claiming to be Nigerians only. So nobody is spared. As they are killing and destroying the Nigerians back home, they are doing the same thing. And you will see the people back home who actually believe that Nigeria should be a great country, that they thought it was. Nigeria is not a great country. Let me tell you that. They are making that up in your head. A great country won't negotiate with terrorists. Trust me, you can't fault me on that. A great country won't negotiate with terrorists. Why they kill and continue to kill? Today, they have killed soldiers. They have kidnapped school children. and the government is still negotiating with them. You will never see them in court. Is that the government is warning them? Last one, you remember when Buhari said, when they kidnapped the, what's that school in it? Jangebe. You remember the Jangebe girls? When they kidnapped the Jangebe girls, I don't know if I pronounced that right, yeah? Buhari came out and he said it was going to be the last time. Then the bandits, the terrorists were like, okay, oh yeah, hold our cup, we are coming. They went to Kaduna and kidnapped the school children in College of Forestry. They say, some people are now saying that, okay, hey, Mayegu, calm down. But I said, but this Mani Queen said, Jangebe will be the last kidnapping. He said, Mayegu, Jangebe is the last. But you see, this one from Kaduna is the last test. I was like, okay. So if they do it again in court, there will be the last test. So you just have to make something up because it's never going to be the last, right? As long as you continue to negotiate with them.
We cannot, and I repeat, we cannot negotiate with these guys. We've got what it takes to crush them off. You only begin to negotiate when you've not done your homework. When you've not put in all what you should put in place. So when they have taken over your kids or your citizens and hold them ransom, there is nothing you can do. Any attempt at rescue operation, there will be high collateral damage. You will lose nearly half or over 3/4 of them. And what you are compelled to start negotiating. As a country with a strong defense force, haven't actually equipped your inventory, my God, you go out there and crush the enemy. That is what I expect from Nigeria. We did this in Liberia. We did this in Sierra Leone. We did it in the... What is happening with us? Is this Nigeria? Our sovereignty is threatened. Bandits have taken over this country. And we are watching. We are watching. For Christ's sake, we must save this country. This is the only land we have. Can someone tell the president that Nigeria is sinking? We are sinking. Every day we are sinking.
Well, Colonel Hassan Labo, I stand Labo, I see you.
There must be mass action. There must be mass action. I continue to say people must come to the streets. You see, one thing about Nigeria is the moment they see the police and the army, they run away. And that's because most of the people who come out actually are not poor people. They are rich men or rich men's children who want to enjoy themselves. The day the poor hit the street, then all of us will be on the run.
All of you will be on the run?
Yeah, including you, you're already on the run, so you're in America here.
Yeah, you're right. But seriously, are there times that when the elites, the people in political power in Nigeria, the rich people, which you all meet all the time, are there times that you're afraid that one day the poor could actually come out?
No, I don't know about others, but me, I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I believe that one day, if we're not careful, in fact, what we're doing, if you ask me, is not revolutionary. What we're doing, the 7 of us and the rest governors who support.
One day. I'm looking forward to that one day because I believe it too. One day, they will all run away. But one thing that is waiting for them that some of them don't know is that we are keeping their faces. We are keeping all their faces. As they are running away from Nigeria, they are running into prison outside Nigeria. Watch that and mark it today. Mark it. Because we know the role every one of them is playing. In what is going on. And we will still watch them on the roles they are still going to play. For those who have worked so tirelessly to keep Nigerians, killed, while they keep their killers in palaces. Lay red carpet for them and dress them in different garbs to make us accept them as the new reality. Yes, one day. I believe. Remember this guy.
Forget it. We are not America.
Why can't we have brand new
You cannot have brand new trains because, the economy cannot support that. And besides that, we are using
Why? I thought we are the largest economy in Africa. Why
we are the largest, we are the largest market. We are the largest economy. It does not mean that all the money is not going to be used to go and buy trains and coaches.
Remember that useless man, Donyo Kukwe? He is from my Ogun State. he contested to be governor of Ogun State. Did you hear that? That is the biggest economy, doesn't really matter. Doesn't mean that the money should go into train useless people. Donyo Okukwe right now is as useless as the tissue paper you find in your toilet that you don't even want to look at. But in Nigeria context, they can polish him up again, give him an appointment, and they'll give him a jeep, and he'll have opinion again. When Jonathan was there, Donyo Okukwe was the Femi Oponu Adeshina inside Jonathan's government. Remember? The likes of there are many. I just want to remind you that you remember him. That is the kind of people who decide for Nigeria. And these are the people that you are waiting to probably have a good idea, or they have this beautiful idea that will put people out of poverty, stop unemployment, reduce crime, and get everybody and make everybody safe in that country. It's not going to happen. That's the point. So I'm happy to tell you today, my friends, that we now have the Yoru app, which I want you to look out for on your, currently it's on the Android phones, the Google Play Store. The young man that designed the app designed it for the Yoruba as a Yoruba social, social community platform or app, I would say. I want you to look it up. It's not yet on iOS. I haven't been told that, yeah? But try it on the Android phones, okay? You can have, it's a social media platform which I have downloaded. Where did I even have? Oh, damn, it's on my phone. So if you download that, you have it like, it looks more like Facebook, where you can also go live. Do you know that? You can upload your video, you can upload sounds, upload pictures, follow people, like their post, share their post, share your views, go live and build your own community. I'm so happy that somebody came up with this. People have been doing a lot to build something that we can call a community app. It seems that the Yoru app will do the job. Just YORU, then APP. Search for that on the Android Google Store, Google Play. Is that what it's called? Google Play Store. Or Google Store, or Google Play. So check that and download it, okay? Look it up and sign up, all right? Safe, sound, secure, verified by the, by the App Store, by the way. So it's verified, safe, and you can download it as a Yoruba and even non-Yorubas. Let us communicate there. Where nothing you share will be restricted by anybody. You can send your message directly to the people you want to see them, okay? I'm going to be rounding up now. And if you're watching me on my YouTube channel, remember, give me that thumb up before you go, okay? Then you and I will see later tonight. Apart from that, if you haven't subscribed to Mayegun's Diary Politico, do it now. To my friends on Facebook, the reason why you don't see much of me is because look at the numbers of you watching. That is on Mayegun's Diary Politico. That is not Mayegun's, those are not my only fans. So I'm so grateful to all of you who actually got the notification and joined. You are not meant to get anything. You're just meant to stumble on it by error, because that's what the Buhari Dins, the Buhari idiots in Nigeria, that's what they have done to that page. And Facebook, as complicit in that, they have done so much damages. If you want to listen to all my audio broadcasts, all of them, then you need to visit diasporaradiointernational.com. Remember that? So go on to diasporaradiointernational.com and you can listen to the replay and the repeat of all of my series and sermons in audio. Thank you so much for your time. We can leave this broadcast tonight, this afternoon, with this great eulogy from our own Biafran neighbors. Sing along. Nnamdi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two. There no fee winning Nnamdi. Nnamdi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two. There no fit win Nnamdi. Goodbye.
O Mary Wonindizu, Woniria, Abakare, Mama Dawora, Ulapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two, now Python dance three. Ulapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python dance one, Python dance two, now Python dance three. Ulapuri Mary Nandi.
Nandebo onyedu aimo omeriwo n'elizu mbiroya abakare mamandawora unaburi meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unaburi meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unaburi meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unaburi meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unaburi meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unaburi meri Nandi.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe. Ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe. Ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe. Fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Àyè. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe. Ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o. Ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe. Ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. Mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. Ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni. Ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀.
èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún ra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún ra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.